Hello. Today,
Hi,
I'm a
I'm
2019
2019
guy.
guy. I don't
Okay.
need drugs to get
Yeah, no,
high.
we're not doing this.
I'm totally fine. I respect girl.
Simp!
I'm getting friends over
Simp!
tonight.
Simp! 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 Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Jafar. I come from afar. There is a bomb in my car. What do you look like?
I thought you were a 2019 guy.
Yeah, Jafar's from 2019. Fucking idiot.
Oh, shit.
Insert that fucking dude doing the oh shit backing away from a rat. Oh shit, a rat.
Alrighty, and who else do I have with me?
It's Showboy, the boy.
Skinny penis?
Yes.
No, it is Ark. What's going on?
So we are
He
pseudoless
was-
again, but
he
this...
Ark couldn't figure out a funny meme to say this week, so he
I don't
just
know.
went
I'm
with
just
that.
tired right now.
I don't...
Tired of a lot
I
of shit.
feel you.
Especially tired of what's going on in this next subject that we're going to be speaking of.
Yeah. So this isn't going to be a long episode, I don't think, unless we get into a tirade, which could completely happen. This will just be a bonus. So the main podcast will be up on the usual day, along the Wild Wednesday. This will just be uploaded in between the
So,
day
like,
it's being
Thursday.
recorded, which is Sunday, June 27th, and the Saturday that the podcast is uploaded normally.
And
So-
so today we're going to be talking about Ski Mask's new album. Woo!
And how he's a giant Yu-Gi-Oh fan. I wish I'd rather be talking about that. I'd rather be talking about that. Like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Dude, where's the Millennium Puzzle with no shame? Love it. Here for it. I'm here for that. No, but not in all honesty, what we are talking about today is Bill 10C, or C10. Basically, what it is, it's a proposed Canadian federal registration introduced on November 3rd, 2020, during the second session of the 34th Canadian Parliament. This bill seeks to amend the Broadcast Act amount for the increased permissions of internet video and media by adding undertakings that contact broadcasting over the internet on a regularly scope. Basically, also the CRTC is also involved in it. The bill was passed by the House of Commons June 22nd, 2021, and awaits Senate's approval.
So
basically what that means is it's ready. They want
it's
it.
basically up to Trudeau.
It's basically
up to Trudeau.
Yes, it's up to Trudeau and the Senate on if this passes. And if this passes, we're fucked. Yeah, we're gonna need a VPN sponsor. So, like, if anybody wants to hit us up. And the House of Commons passed this bill with 196 to a 112 vote, which is bullshit. Because even when you think of it, if they know what's going on about this bill, like what it truly means, yeah, okay, whatever. But look at it this way: the net neutrality bill that like when they voted on that, like what was that, 2-3 years ago now?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Literally, they didn't even know what the fuck. It was a bunch of old people who didn't know what the fuck they were voting for. I'm hoping that this isn't the same case here, and if it is, people are going to be calling Canada a bigger pussy than they already have been.
True.
People love calling Canadians pussies, and if this bill passes, we're going to get called pussies.
They've clearly never seen a game of ice hockey.
Yeah. Well,
Are you passing through a wind tunnel right now? All I hear is this.
I know. Like, what the hell are you doing, Owen?
It's a fan.
Maybe turn it off.
Alright, yeah, I'll turn it off.
Because that actually is annoying.
Alright, it's off.
Okay. If it gets hot again, I mean, I guess you can turn it on, but maybe don't be so close to it or something. Anyway. So, I'm just trying to kind of read up on what it is here.
Basically, it takes and considers some people's feces.
In the short form of things, yes. It's basically just all about people's feelings, and
so in other words, Ben Shapiro is rolling in his fucking like millions of dollars that he has.
Facts don't give a fuck about your feelings.
Facts facts will not change based off of your feelings.
And the fact of the matter is that this bill is archaic and should not be passed. Because we already live in such an age where
we live in a society.
We live in a society where everybody gets offended over every little thing. Now, for there to be repercussions from the law for this, because you say something that people disagree with, in Canada at least, is fucking bullshit.
Ridiculous.
And, I mean, if this bill passes, Memelords versus Za Warudo could cease to exist. If we offend the wrong person. Which is bullshit. But
you know what's real bullshit?
The fact that the government is a bunch of out-of-touch fucking old people who have no idea about modern technology, yeah, it is bullshit.
No. What's a bunch of bullshit is that stuff that comes out of a bull's anus.
Kill yourself!
Such a funny fucking guy.
Yeah, you're such a funny fucking guy. You should call me Eduardo Escobar. I'm gonna give you lots of damage.
Yes, sir.
So basically, with the contents of the bill consists primarily of academics to the Broadcast Act, along with consequential and related amendments to existing legislation such as the Canadian Anti-Spam Logistics and the Cannabis Act, the Copyright Act, and the Canadian Radio and Television Telecommunications Commission Act, that exact regular policies determined by the CRTC based on its interpretation of the Amended Broadcasting Act after royal assets. The broadcasting policy for Canada, as defined as the Broadcasting Act, is modified, stating generally that the broadcast system must serve the need of Canadians, replacing a clause requiring all broadcasters to be owned and controlled by Canadians to make use of Canadian resources. Basically, what the CRTC looks to do is that content in Canada has to be Canadian, which I'm fine with. I don't give a fuck. I do think that shit that comes in Canada should be considered Canadian. I'm fine with that part. That's been like that that's been like that for years. At least since the early 2010s, they've been trying to fucking reprimand that. It's the Maple System in Music, I believe, is what it's called. I believe. Let me just Google that real quick. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's for uses. It's for music. And basically what it is that the music, artist, performance, and lyrics in the system used determine whether a piece of music or television qualifies as Canadian content. So basically, if it's a music, artist, performance, and lyrics, so basically, if it's a musician, is the musician Canadian? Do they record out of Canada? Is it about Canada? Is the artist Canadian and makes it out of Canada? Performance, do they perform it in Canada? And lyrics, does it somehow tie into Canada? If you pass 2 of the 4 standards in the Maple Standard, you qualify as Canadian content. That's been around for God knows how fucking long.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which, again, I'm fine with that. What else does this say? Basically, so far, it's just talking all about Canadian content, which I don't really care. That's fine. I don't give a fuck about that. Also, I'd like to know how, ever since this act was put into effect, everything on the internet's fucking skyrocketing. I now gotta pay an extra $2.30 Canadian for my fucking Spotify.
You see...
And I'm not the only one who actually noticed the increases. Okay, here's where we apply. Applicable to the internet, or social media. Okay, that doesn't really tell me much. Basically, it also allows the CRTC to get involved in any content like online and shit too.
Basically, control what we watch and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
From what I've heard of it, basically it's internet censorship.
Yeah. Taking everybody's
controlling
feelings.
what you can see, what they recommend.
Yep.
Basically, they make like an algorithm about algorithms.
Yep.
And it's basically like a watered down net neutrality.
Wait,
so is it gonna do anything?
It can also prevent you from watching certain, like, it can make you not be able to access certain stuff.
Without a VPN, and here's today's sponsor of the video, Nord. No, I'm kidding.
Our real sponsor is written.
Our real sponsor is our hard-earned cash and time.
Our real sponsorship is our mommy's bank accounts.
I was gonna say, is it gonna like do the thing where in some countries the mission No Russian from Modern Warfare
Sorta, kinda, yeah.
was like banned? Yes. Modern Warfare 2 was it?
Yes.
Yes, the No Russian mission that was like banned from like a few countries because of the their policies or whatever the fuck.
A better thing for more modern too would be the GTA 5 torture scene. It was banned in Australia and most Asian countries.
Yeah, well, Australia is a bunch of pussies.
They're also upside down.
True.
I don't understand why people are so butthurt over something that like.
And the worst part is it's liberals. It's fucking liberals, because the liberals are the ones who want to do this. Probably because people call this fucking Justin Trudeau a crybaby fucking cuck almost every fucking day on the internet, and they're like, we can't have them slandering our good prime minister who really does dickety shit. Good prime minister.
Justin Trudeau.
Suck my ass.
You mean I got black, I got white, what you want?
Like, fuck.
I want to move now.
Yeah, that's something I never thought I'd hear from a Canadian.
I actually want to go through the immigration thing to go to the U.S. now. Fuck this shit.
I don't know who I'd rather live under right now, though. Trudeau or Biden. Both seem very terrible.
Oh, if this law passes, Biden.
Yeah, but Biden doesn't know what the fuck he's doing either, so I mean...
I would rather be under a guy with nice hair than an old man who's most likely a pedophile who forgets what he does the next day. A senile old man who
yells at clouds.
Most likely he's bipolar.
Don't forget, he probably also yells at clouds.
Biden's also threatened to nuke America.
So basically, yeah, and basically, if this passes, the government can also control what's getting uploaded to places like TikTok, YouTube, and shit like that. Which, I mean, if they regulate TikTok, I don't really give a flying fuck. TikTok is a useless fucking platform that should have been deleted ages ago.
Hey, don't you diss fucking Charlie's favorite app like that.
I'm gonna diss Moist Critical's favorite app, and if he doesn't like it, he can come down and face me one-on-one in the Thunderdome, and I will Stone Cold Stunner him right in the vagina in the pastry aisle.
That's what you think. He is so short that you wouldn't be able to reach him. He is 5'2" of pure raw dog sexual energy.
Yeah, he may be 5'6" of rear fucking raw dog sex appeal, but I'm not that much. He's not that much shorter than I am, so you know it'd be a pretty even fight.
Yeah, you are like what, 5'10"?
5'10", 5'11",
and like Ark is like in between y'all at like 5'8".
I don't fucking remember how tall.
Wait, I think all Memelords are like 2 inches apart. I'm pretty sure Ark is 5'8", Moon is 5'10", Suda's 6, and I'm 6'2". If that's actually how it works, that'd be hilarious.
I have no idea.
It does threaten to fucking Like, they're basically trying to make the internet the new television. Regulate what you see. Regulate what goes on. Censor what they don't want you to see. Which, no, this bill should not pass.
I also heard that it can edit it can edit other people's content while it's posted for what you see of it.
That's bullshit.
From what I've heard, if we look at a Moist Critical video, it could literally censor out all dildos from his video for us only.
That is so stupid.
From what I've heard, I don't know if it's true or not.
But no, and everybody who's like, oh, our freedoms and shit like this will literally make us one step closer to a dictatorship in a sense, because it's basically what they do in places like North Korea. They censor what you can see. You can only see this. You can't see shit like this. That's basically what Bill C-10 wants to do to us. I'm not here for that.
True.
Like, if it...
I mean, was it not enough to already censor our freedom of speech like they do?
Exactly. Like, now because of a bunch of whiny butthurt idiots who get butthurt... And the worst part is about the people who get butthurt, they'd never get butthurt if they didn't actively go out and look for the content that they're getting butthurt on.
You don't just stumble across a tweet from 5 years ago.
No, you actively look for that shit, and then you get offended.
Yeah.
If they really wanted to regulate what snowflakes see, add a feature where you can set up a quiz for people who can see your content, and if they get it wrong, they can't see it. If they get it right, they can see it.
Like, this is a dog-eat-dog world, and I understand that, but no. Like, I don't want somebody influencing me on what I can watch, or what I can and can't see. I want it, because I'm not a little fucking snowflake.
If I want to watch Moist Critical hit his girlfriend with a dildo, I'm going to watch Moist Critical whack his girlfriend with a dildo.
Sure.
I mean, that's basically what it's trying to prevent us from doing.
Like, and this will go even further and further. Like, if this passes, let's just say, how do we know this won't be taken advantage of in the sense of where, when it comes to election time, how do we know that it won't make these liberals look so fucking good, make the rest of the candidates, like, it's just so much, like, this bill is dangerous.
It is very dangerous.
Because if it's censoring what we can see, how do we know it won't censor us from seeing legitimate points from other candidates and just to make the liberals look good? Like, we don't know this. Trudeau, for once...
That's basically already what they do, though.
Yeah, but I mean, you have alternative ways to get to it. If the government controls the internet in a sense...
It won't be in a sense, they basically would control what you see on the internet.
Yeah, exactly. So then you don't have a way of finding out the different information of each political party. It's only, this is what the liberals say, and the liberals say is what's good. Vote liberal, everyone!
What if I want to vote green?
Like... At least it has mixed...
It was
passed. It was passed, but it also says with the MPs were kind of like mixed on it. Some thinking, yeah, this is great. Others, with a brain, I'm assuming, no.
Most likely the seats that weren't, most likely the non-liberal seats.
Like, I can't believe that the fate of the internet is in fucking Justin Trudeau's hands.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that for once...
Mage can't even formulate a proper sentence, and yet we're leaving the fate of our internet.
And I hope to dear fucking God, he looks at this and says, fuck no. Like, I can understand being all for more Canadian content and shit. Fix that. Keep that part in. Fine. Take anything with the internet out. If you want to make sure more Canadian content is getting out there and getting viewed, fine. I don't care. Make some regulates about that where, say, Netflix every quarter has to release 5% Canadian content. Let's just say.
Like they have to have like a little.
Or they have to meet a
like
quota.
Canadian, they have to add one of those like section things where it's like anime, but like Canadian movies.
Yeah, or something like that. Like, give it so that they have to meet, maybe say, like a quota of Canadian content. That's fine. If you're like, say to these companies, oh, you know, make sure you get some more Canadian content, you know.
Like for like every 5 non-Canadian show, add a Canadian show.
Or something. Have like, so by the end of the year, 10%, you should have had about 10% worth of Canadian content. Or something like that.
I mean, Netflix already has one of their biggest shows being one of Canada's biggest shows in Trailer Park Boys.
No, I know, but still. This bill is dangerous, nonetheless.
It is. It very is. Pretty much is.
The only benefit I see to it is like, oh, we'll no longer see those stupid fucking like videos of fucking like those ISIS decapitation videos on Canada internet. That's fine. Those stupid
I don't even fucking see them anyway.
Yeah, like you have to go out and look for them, but like still.
And again, this is literally, you shouldn't call this Bill C-10. This should really, what this should be called is, Bill, I'm a big fucking snowflake who can't handle the fucking truth. Or my fifis get hurt.
No, there's a reason why it's called Bill C-10. Because it stands for Communist 10.
Yeah.
I'm watching this video right now. It says, what is Bill C-10? And there's this part where it's saying, the government will also put in place a new 3% digital services tax for big tech and a bill targeting online hate.
Yeah, exactly. Which means now I'm paying more for fucking Spotify.
Which means that Netflix is no longer going to be $10.99 a month.
No, it went up from something like that in January.
Well, either way, it's still going to become more expensive a month again.
Yeah,
True.
like, and it's getting to the point where people are canceling their subscriptions because it's too fucking much. Because big Canada over here. This bill shouldn't pass.
I still don't understand how it's supposed to be a cheaper alternative to cable. Like,
well, if you look at it, all these streaming services, because people don't have just one, it's probably cost them around what cable used to cost them. Now with tax increase and shit to this shit.
Yeah.
Like, how is it supposed to be cheaper than cable? Like, cable's like probably like what, $50 a month? Around?
No.
Let's just say for
No. When I was looking at basic cable, depending on getting it, they were asking $80.
Okay, so $80 a month. Let's say $80 a month for cable. The Netflix is like $12 a month. Let's say Hulu's like $9 a month. Disney Plus is $10.99.
Yeah, no. That's American Amazon probably. Prime, it's
Amazon
more in Canada.
Prime is like $12.99. OnlyFans subscriptions are like $500 a month. How is this supposed to be cheaper than cable?
Well, actually, since you did bring up OnlyFans, you know they're trying to change their fucking image.
What, OnlyFans?
Yeah, basically saying how they're not amateur porn when really they are. Yeah, they're trying to promote content creators that aren't basically scantily clad women. I find it funny.
I mean, a buddy of mine has an OnlyFans. He literally just posts him playing uncensored hentai games.
Yeah.
Because his Patreon kept getting fucked up, so he switched over to OnlyFans. He still has Patreon, but his videos keep getting glitched in there, so now he has his OnlyFans as a backup.
Like, literally, the government's gonna control anything you post on the internet. Anything, basically.
And anything you can see.
Yeah, which, no, that's not... Why, like, they're becoming so distrustful of fucking the internet.
It's not the internet anymore.
No, it's not. This isn't about the internet. This is just about, we're the government. We're going to do whatever the fuck we want.
I am going to send a thing from TikTok that if I can find it, I will 100% send them. It is literally just a little like 5-second clip that's basically just in like a stupid voice saying I'm a liberal.
The
That's
NDP.
That's basically Bill C-10 in a nutshell.
So far, by the looks of it, the only really big supporters of it are the NDP. Which, fuck them. You couldn't get your fucking diversity to win the election. Fuck off. You still lost to Trudeau when Trudeau hasn't been doing that great of a job. But yet, because he's got nice hair and he legalized marriage of Hooters, well, doggy, he can be my prime minister.
Can we just talk about how weird American candidates' politics are? America elected their president because it wasn't Trump. Canada elected our prime minister because of hair and marijuana.
Literally, when he won, that's pretty much the only reason why I say he won.
And people are probably keeping him around for as long as they have because they're afraid that the next prime minister might illegalize marijuana again.
At this point, they won't because it's created more jobs. They tax them ever living fuck out of it. They'd be stupid to get rid of marijuana at this point.
It's creating more jobs and more money for the government.
Exactly. So they're not going to get rid of it. And again,
the way, is a big factor of that.
And again, the way I look at it is either Trudeau wasn't going to be fucking elected. If he didn't get elected when he did, somebody would have legalized marijuana eventually.
Well, probably. It's weird that it was illegal in the first place. It's not like something like cocaine. Cocaine has many harmful effects. Meanwhile, weed is basically just... Commonly, it was actually already used as a painkiller beforehand.
Like, okay, so an NDP said this is why Bill C-10 should, like, why that this guy supports Bill C-10. What should be regulated on these trillion-dollar companies like Facebook that have been found to be pushing booze ads and cigarette ads to 13-year-olds. I've never once seen a booze... Okay, I've seen booze ads, but I've never once seen a cigarette ad anywhere. Anywhere. You can't advertise cigarettes on TV or anything like that anymore. And, oh my god. They're not, like... Yeah, I know on Facebook you'll get booze ads, sure.
That's because they
well, hear me out here. Hear me out here. Hear me out here. There's this little thing. Here, let me just go on my Facebook here real quick. And let me prove how I can fix this without Bill C-10.
Oh, look, it's called an ad block.
Or that, yes. Let me find that. Oh my god, there's 3 dots, right? Right? Report ad. Hide ad.
There we go, hide ad. Yeah.
There you go. You never gotta see a fucking booze ad again. What you fucking do? I just saved the fucking world. And oh, look at that. No Bill C-10. Literally, somebody was quoted to say is this: the bill is not about what Canadians do online. Bullshit. It is about the web giants do not do, which is the support Canadian stories. And you're a government official and you can't string together a proper sentence. It's about what the web giants do not do. Okay. Do not do, which is... That shouldn't be a period. That should be a comma, but anyway. Which is support Canadian stories and music. Oh my god. This is... No. This isn't what this bill is truly about.
I don't know, it's just a big hodgepodge of fucking...
Literally, the government is saying that anybody who supports it is just siding with the web giants.
For not wanting what we view regularly. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's almost like I said, if you're on Facebook and you see a booze ad and you're 13, which 13-year-olds should not have Facebook.
No,
13-year-olds should not be on social media in general.
No.
I mean, 13 is like the minimum
No.
90% of social media,
I know.
but not Facebook.
I know, But look at it this way. This shouldn't even be put into legislation. This shouldn't be even fucking have came up. This video should not exist if parents did their fucking jobs.
True.
What?
Yeah, instead of just shoving them in front of a screen and letting them do what the fuck they want, they should be actually taking care of their children.
What?
Parents need to remember how to parent and not let a phone.
Yeah, exactly.
What 13-year-old needs Facebook? Tell me that right now.
13-year-old needs a fucking dude.
Facebook is for buying stuff for cheaper on the marketplace or catching up with old friends. What 13-year-old needs to catch up with their old friends?
What 13-year-old needs a fucking smartphone at 13? What 13-year-old needs to be on social media? What 13-year-old... I rest my case.
I only got my phone at 15, and that's because I couldn't contact home and my pants were ripped.
I can understand having a cell phone once you hit a certain age, say you're an athlete in school. Okay, mom and dad, I got soccer practice today. Can you pick me up at 7 o'clock? That's fine. That's fine.
In my opinion, 14 is like the youngest anyone should have a phone.
Exactly.
14 or 15.
There shouldn't be 7-year-olds who have the latest fucking iPhone. Literally, I've had old phones. The newest phone I just got isn't even new. It's like 2 years old when I just upgraded to the Huawei P30 Pro.
Why would you want to buy the newest phone? Why would you buy the newest phone when an old phone does all the same shit for cheaper?
Literally, the only time you should upgrade your phone is when they stop updating yours.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've upgraded.
Or like if you just want like a storage update, really.
Yeah, or something like that. Or if you want like something with a bit more features or something like that.
Or like if you're still like fucking using like a flip phone and you need an upgrade, then obviously get a fucking upgrade if you're still using a goddamn flip phone. Or one of those stupid like keyboards on the back phones.
And also, here's what the liberals have said: concerns about potential free speech infringements raised weren't realistic because their intention was to target professional content.
The fuck? No.
No. Okay. So basically,
define professional content.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Defined because let me look at it this way. Professional content. Okay. Does that mean you're gonna look over? Let me see. Who can they realistically fuck over with this?
Like Canadian company wise, or
no, just in general. I'm talking to YouTuber. No, I'm talking like a YouTuber, but one who's epic rap battles of history. There's a good example. I'd consider them professional. Would you not?
Yeah.
I'd say they're professional content creators. Because
he's Canadian too.
Because there's funding, there's content, there's editing, there's really epic rap battles of history is bigger, could work on like SNL or something like that. So I'd say epic rap battles of history are like TV short quality content. Sounds pretty professional to me. Are you going to ban us from watching epic rap battles of history now?
Not only the ones that make fun of Canadians.
That's my point, though. What do you consider professional? Because my definition of professional and
regulating all this shit. Like, I just got a question. Say if someone is like on, I don't know, Steam or Xbox or PlayStation or whatever, right?
Mm.
And anyways, and are they gonna stop us from like actually like, reaching out across the world to make friends?
Probably.
And
like, what the fuck? Like, is that gonna stop me from talking to some of my friends that I know from the U.S.?
And literally, this is what the CRTC said. We don't want to regulate your cat videos.
Who the
Shut
fuck
the
still
fuck
uses
up.
the internet for cat videos?
And I think they're just using that as like basically we don't want to go after the small people.
We don't know anything about the internet, is what it sounds like.
Not only that, but
I think people
it's
still use it for cat videos.
It's basically like when Nakey Jakey said, "Hi, I'm Napster, and I'm here to set you on fire," about the music industry. That's basically what the CRTC wants to do with the internet. They're like, "Hi, I'm the CRTC, and I want to set you on fire."
Why does the government want to fuck over everything?
Like, oh, it's only going after the big companies. Okay, but because you're going after the big companies, it's now costing us Canadians more to support these big companies.
Yeah.
Yep.
And for what? To hear more Drake on Spotify? Yay.
Oh God, who wants to hear more Drake?
Yay. Or more Bieber. Or actually, really, you could say Justin Bieber's not even fucking Canadian anymore. He's not a Canadian artist. He lives in America. His studio's in America. He doesn't write songs about Canada. He's an American artist now, I guess. You can keep him
I
America.
want to see what the internet has to say about that, if he actually is alone. No, it still says Canadian singer.
Well, yeah, but under the Maple system, he kind of doesn't count.
Okay.
But that's a little bit of a tangent.
Under
That's
the
not-
Maple system, he doesn't count, but under the Common Sense system, he does.
Yes, common sense dictates he's still Canadian, though. Well, if you think of it, the industry doesn't look at him as Canadian. He's technically American.
Technically.
Under our own regulation that a CRTC looks at, he's American. Excuse me, not Canadian. And who's Canadian? What mainstream artist still records out of Canada? Exactly. What, you gonna put a bunch of fucking shitty folk cover bands on Spotify because they're Canadian?
Oh no, I don't want to hear that. I do not want to hear that. So wait, does that mean I'm gonna have to like pay more just to like listen to Ski?
If you got Spotify or Apple Music, yeah, they're probably gonna charge more.
Fuck.
Yeah, because I pay for the family plan right now on Spotify, which is $14.99 a month, and literally I got an email the other day saying, "Oh, by the way, now we're charging you an extra $2.30 on top of the $15 a month you already pay." So in total, I'm paying $17.30 a month.
Oh no.
Almost $20 for Spotify.
No, that does not sound right.
No, like, and hopefully, maybe Spotify just sent out that email in case the law does pass. But if Trudeau looks at this, and I hope to dear God Trudeau looks at this and says, "I see what you're going with here, but no, that's not what we need to focus on right now." Because it isn't. It isn't.
Idiots.
It
Idiots
is.
running the show. Anyways.
It is. Like, and what pisses me off about this is that the citizens have no say.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
When did we ever?
We have no say.
Never.
Well, no, I agree. But anybody who says that Bill C-10 won't harm.
Ha! Sorry,
What?
I just saw something. Sorry, this thing on. I don't know why this is on Yahoo right now. I was just going through the internet and it says, "Priest under fire after." I'm not even going into that. Not gonna go into it. We're on a different topic, but that's funny. If you guys want to hear it, do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, priest under fire after saying Canadians should thank church. A priest is under fire after a sermon referencing the good done by the Catholic Church in residential schools, saying some might go as far as to even thank it.
Yeah, okay, priest, go to any native reserve and say that, and watch how fast you walk out.
Watch how fast you fucking die.
You won't. That's the joke. Oh shit! I can't say that. The government might come after me. Oh fuck.
All right. But no, like I'm just saying, like the church is not the victim apparently. I'm like,
oh yeah, the church isn't the victim when.
okay.
You know,
anyways,
we're on the government, so it kind of still kind of fits. But the thing with residential schools is that the church literally put natives in there to raise them and force them to be Catholic.
Yeah.
Make them white.
Basically.
And
that's all I'm getting into that.
Because white was right according to them.
Yeah. And that's all I want to get into because, again.
Anyways, getting back into the not being able to listen.
Everybody.
Basically.
Yeah. What? More Canadian porn content? So what? It's gonna be some fucking chick being fucked on a moose with fucking Tim Hortons in her hand?
Woo!
In the middle of winter?
Woo!
Like, that's
my favorite category.
I do not want to fucking see that.
My favorite category.
That's what I'm getting from this. And it says it's only going after professional content. What do you define as professional content, though?
For real.
Here's what I consider professional content. Anything that is edited or put together, I would consider professional content. I somewhat consider us. Now, are we on the lower end of professional content? Abso-fucking-lutely. But I still consider what we do professional content. What isn't professional content? Cat videos. That's not really professional content. Because there's no editing.
Absolutely not.
TikTok dances? No fucking professional content there. I argue for what you call professional content is anything that really is edited and is made to, be viewed. And so, really, if the government looks at professional the way I look at professional, we're all fucked. If they think professional is only the shit you see on Facebook, so people rambling about how God knows what on Facebook, that's professional content? Gotcha. Like, this bill makes no sense, first and foremost. Going after professional content. Okay, if you're so worried about today's 13-year-olds, they shouldn't be on Facebook. They shouldn't be on Instagram. They shouldn't be on... You could argue they shouldn't even really be on YouTube.
No.
Or if they are on YouTube, make sure their parents are regulating what they're watching. Like, what would be kid-friendly? Like, not super-duper kid-friendly, but kid-friendly for fucking kids today. Like, about
I have no idea.
13-year-olds. What would be... Like, I'm just trying to think of a YouTuber who'd be, like, suitable for 13-year-olds. I'd say Epic Rap Battles of History would still be relatively... I'd say they're relatively family-friendly.
Until they say fuck.
Well, they don't swear often, so I consider them family-friendly. I'd be fine with the 13-year-old watching that. Watch Mojo, for the most part, probably. BuzzFeed, they're less controversial shit, that is. What else? Okay, that's all I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But, like, compilation channels, or cat video channels, or shit like that, that's fine for a 13-year-old to see. But if a 13-year-old is realistically, if a 13-year-old is on the internet and they have no parent supervision, God knows what the fuck they're looking at.
Porn.
Yes. I even argue that, like, I want to know where we went wrong. We were a generation who were in Call of Duty lobbies not so long ago saying we banged each other's moms and shit like that and having a good laugh about it. Now it's, oh my god, they said something that hurt my feces on the internet. Honestly, I have a proposal.
I don't know where people started caring. I don't know.
I don't know either, but I have a proposal. Bill
Which is-
C-10 shouldn't be passed in its state. If they want to regulate shit like this, here's what you do. If a post is offensive, put a little survey in front of it. And depending on how the person answers, depends on if they see the content or not.
Yeah, that would be actually something that would benefit from,
If you're
benefit
that
some places.
worried
that'd
about
be way
people,
better than what they're trying to do with this now.
if you're that worried about people getting offended over stupid shit on the internet, have them do a little survey before they unlock a certain part of the internet. Because then snowflakes wouldn't be getting upset and shit like that. And okay, so say Bill C-10 passes, right? Let's just say all hell breaks loose. Doom, hell on earth, if it were.
Doom, I like that game. Good game.
It has music to rip and tear too.
Yes.
It really does.
It really does. If this passes, the only benefit I could maybe see is maybe everybody in their 15 fucking minutes of fame, that shit ends. With any luck. That shit might end. Which, yay, I guess. You get one good thing right. But I'd rather listen to every fucking mouth breather believe they are entitled to 15 minutes of fame than God knows what the fuck could happen with this bill. And don't get me wrong, I hate mouth breathers who think they deserve their 15 minutes of fame. I fucking hate them. Who hop on the latest cool lit trend to try to get internet famous and get that internet clout. It's stupid, in my opinion.
I was beyond idiotic. What do you mean?
Like, it's now to a point where, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. They say that it won't, but... Yeah, and literally, user-generated content exemptment was not necessary. They say that, but again, it's the government. They're gonna get greedy. They're gonna be like, since we have power in A, B, C, well, how about we go fuck with some of this shit? It's the government. If this passes, it's freedom of speech that's gonna be fucking taken. Oh, but they said that they don't want to. Yeah, but what they say and what they do are two different things. It's the government.
Yeah.
This affects us as Canadians. And I hope to dear God, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Trudeau, if you have half the brains that you like to say you do, don't let this become into law. And if this comes into law, expect a follow-up on this video.
Yeah,
where we say where we say our
probably change into a U.S. citizen.
Where we say our goodbyes, because realistically we're getting kicked off this fucking platform. Or we'll probably do a follow-up whether it passes or not. But if it passes, it'll probably be our last ever podcast, because there's no chance in hell that they are allowing us to stay.
True.
Like, they like to say that, like, oh, podcasts and shit like that will be safe that are uploaded like Apple and shit like that. No, you say that now, but who's to say that where it stays? Who's to say, you know what I mean? Like, no, no. Even Google is looking out for people. They've raised concerns about freedom of speech.
Who?
Google! and YouTube, who sometimes really likes kicking in the dick depending on what your opinion are kind of like,
True.
yeah, you know, sometimes we like to kick people in the dick, but nah, fam, this is too far. And you know what? Good on fucking Google. Good on Susan Wojcicki and her underlings and the fuckers who own Google. I somewhat feel safe, but I don't at the same time because I'm a Canadian. If I was American, well then, fine.
I would just shoot my problems.
Because in America, we have a right to own a gun, son.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's meant to target conservatives and video content such as films and shit from professionals. Meant to. Doesn't mean it will. So, no, again, this bill is... It shouldn't pass, and I'm scared if it does. I don't know when they're voting on it. I don't know when it goes to Senate. Oh yeah, right. I can't fucking lie. Doesn't say when it's going to Senate, but still. What are some of the comments on this article? Thank you for the important coverage of this pathetic process.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, buddy, but yeah, it's supposed to target Facebook, but again, it's the government. Like, you can't be 100% sure. I guess somebody's already being censored in this sense. They said, example, do me posting an article and a video I made using Unreal, American software. Facebook informed me both posts are shadow banned. Yep, it's begun exactly what lying sacks of shit liberals said wouldn't happen. So see?
Shadow bans have existed for years, though.
Yeah, but... I hope, again, I'm just here to. I just really hope that this shit doesn't get passed. At the end of the day, that's all I hope. Because if this piece of shit bill gets passed, God knows what is gonna happen. People say, "Oh, it won't harm your freedom of speech or anything." We don't know that.
We have like no freedom of speech left.
We barely do. Yes, you're right. So no, I am worried about this bill, and I'm worried about what it brings. And so should everybody else who is Canadian. Now, am I saying that it's gonna fucking kill us and shit? Maybe not.
Maybe.
Maybe not. Maybe it will be safe. Maybe it won't censor small Canadian creators. Maybe. Not a guaranteed. So, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to this one bit. This bill has can harm a whole hell of a lot. I think we'll wait for Arc and we'll just get a closing statement from all you, because I think we've said pretty much all we need to about this.
True.
Because I don't think it should pass, because again, it says, oh, it won't harm your freedom of speech. We don't know that. We really don't. Are we over-exaggerating? Maybe, but again, people seem confident that it's not going to pass Senate, which if it doesn't, good. Perfect. Until they try it. And many bills like this in the past, it's kind of similar to net neutrality, have gone to Senate and have been like looked at and said, no. But still, I don't think it's worth the risk. I really don't. No. Scary times. I don't know when this goes past Senate, but when it does, we will have an update. And when this bill does go to Senate, if it ever goes to Senate, well, it's supposed to, but if it doesn't, perfect. Excuse me. Excuse me. But no, it's not worth. I don't think it's worth the risk. I really don't. No. Nope. It's no. Like, I mean, I'm scrolling through Facebook. I haven't seen a single booze ad yet, and I've scrolled through a lot of fucking shit. I just see shitty mobile game apps ads, Xbox ad, Spotify ad. Oh, there's one, but it's for an organic beer. Okay, there's one. Still scrolling. Still scrolling. Still scrolling. Still scrolling. One. And I've been scrolling for like a solid 5 minutes, and I've gotten one booze ad. So, no, it's not there to regulate. I don't know. I really don't. I really, really don't. Still no booze ads. Still no cigarette ads. Overwatch 2. Oh boy. Look at that. Still no booze ads. One booze ad in about 5 minutes of scrolling. One. You have to fucking launch politicians. Out to fucking lunch. Alright, Eric, where the fuck are you, buddy? Do 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 do. Why Fortnite removed police cars? Who cares?
They removed it because of liberals.
Hey! Cabby Lane passed Addison Ray, I'm assuming, on TikTok.
About time.
Hey. Go for the D'Amelios. Go for the kill. Do it. Make TikTok wholesome again.
Before he got banned, he would have passed. He would have been past Charlie by now with his followers he was averaging.
But no, they had to let that D'Amelio skank keep her following.
Now his average daily followers dropped to below 1,000 a day, below I believe 10,000 a day. When he was averaging nearly 1 million a day.
Because Charlie D'Amelio is who
white.
we need to support our platform. That's what I get from that. If you got any closing remarks about Bill C-10, Owen?
Nope.
Okay. We wait for Ark still. I'm just gonna. We'll be right back.
What? Are you saying I'm not allowed to be a sellout today?
Yeah, I'm saying you're not allowed to be a shill. This is serious.
There's always times to sell out.
Not today.
There's always room for sellouts.
Not today.
There's always room for sellout.
Ark, you got any closing regards about Bill C-10?
I'm just saying, if this passes, this Bill C-10, I'm already sick. I'm already sick and tired of a lot of things, and this is gonna be something that's probably just make me go ballistic if it really passes.
Well, from what I've read, I just read a few comments on articles, and they're like, "You people, like, I understand the panic, but like, this doesn't really have a chance to pass the Senate, does it?" And I was like, "You might be right, but how can we be 100% sure?" And yeah, it's not supposed to target small content creators, but how do we know? None of that's guaranteed.
True, yeah.
Once,
how do we know this?
Once the government gets power over the internet, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, I think we're fucked.
Hmm.
There'll be a follow-up if this ever goes to Senate. If it passes, it will probably be a farewell. If we disappear, you'll know why.
Yeah.
We'll probably also be dead for some of the shit we've said.
Yeah. And if it goes to Senate and it fails, well, then we will have a sexy party.
Yes.
Well, maybe. No, but it'll be a celebration episode where we will curse and swear and say whatever the fuck we want.
And the intro song will be PewDiePie's Celebration.
Yes.
No, it's gonna be Big Lasagna.
Yeah, it's gonna be Big Lasagna.
No, that's if we lose.
Oh, okay.
Shit, you're right. Yeah, if we lose, it's gonna be Bitch Lasagna. If we win, it's gonna be... Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Alright, Memelords. Say your goodbyes.
Okay, goodbye.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we'll see if this passes. I guess we might not see you. If it doesn't pass, we will see you again.
So it's going to be regular content from here until the bill goes to Senate. We don't know when it's going to go to Senate. Once we know when it goes to Senate, we will figure it out. And if it does pass, we'll make a special video, or that'll be the next podcast topic. If it's around a podcast. If it's not, and we already have one recorded, then it won't be. Stay tuned for the channel for the next week's podcast. It still only has 3 of us, as Suda hasn't quite figured out his internet, but hopefully next time we are on camera and live to you, he will be here. Until then, stay humble. Try not to panic about this Bill C-10. Just try to live life to its fullest, and we'll hope to dear God that our government does the right thing for once.
Yeah, for real.
Go follow the Twitch. Subscribe if you feel inclined. And goodbye. Shit.